Okay, so here we are. This is the January 12th turn of 1943. And I have elected to go 2 turns in a row, which strategically on the defensive you probably wouldn't want to do, but I'm being a little risky because the game's going to end soon. So Justin is currently away at an interview with Ardwolf, which is very exciting for him and for that conversation. I'm sure it's really cool, and I'll look forward to watching it later. And then he's going to come back, and we're going to have about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes to keep playing before Justin has got to go. And then I'll be relieving my wife for parent duty, and she's going to play some games tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be on parent duty all night or all day. So this is really going to be the last of the OCS. What I may be able to do is show you guys the final aftermath. But while Justin is busy, I've basically set up my turn doing movement to be able to act. And here's let me explain the situation as I see it as I go to close up this. So in the south, I have been trying to prepare something so that I don't get completely outflanked, and I now have a couple of units down here in Gafsa to make sure that these allies that are coming down the road just can't burst through. So I'm at least putting something in front of them. Around here, I've also built a stout defense at this gap with some artillery support. You can see he's got a little bit of something working right there. And then over here actually has been a really critical spot. So I had actually designated the Italian HQ down here, along with various amounts of supply and an air base to fly stuff into. I've also been kind of trying to ship some more supply because while I'm holding this, I actually made a push through here and have pushed him back. So he's got a DG'd French unit, a British unit that's kind of in trouble. They're going to have trouble with supply. Now I think this guy's probably okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, this guy's in trouble. So I elected to go a second turn in a row after winning initiative. Again, you don't normally want to do this, but I think I did so well in the last turn that having refitted my planes and getting everything else ready to go, I can put the hurt on the allies. So my thinking is I may be able to knock that guy loose, finish this guy off, and you can see there's this French division, but there's this road that all of a sudden is open, and he's either got to pull back or, I don't know what, because I'm going to be able to get in behind him and be very disruptive to his whole situation, cutting off rail lines, all kinds of craziness. I have enough supply that I'm pushing through that I should be able to get a rolling start. Now, further north, I'm using a few mnemonics while I wait for Justin to get back. So anything with a breakout marker is actually just me saying I'm probably going to do an overrun with that stack, or at least some of the units in that stack. And then the red bingo chits denote there that there are planes underneath that I'm going to be hip shooting with. So the idea, I think, is going to be I'm going to have some armor here, overrun segments of, I think that's part of the 6th armor right there. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to hurt those guys. I've got this to worry about, but I think if I knock this loose, I should be able to, play some zone defense here and just keep them bottled up, and then I'm going to be behind them, ideally. And then over here, what I would like to do is disrupt this stack and then use some armor here to overrun and put another crack at them. And then over here, I've actually pushed out a little bit, and he's got some guys stuck here. I am going to very likely do regular barrages on that hex as I can. I need to double check something here. We move these guys up a little bit, but yeah, I think that's Yeah, he had enough movement for that. So then the idea would be we're going to have a unit slip through here. I need this hip chute to work. I don't know what's down here, but it's the end of the game for me, and I just feel like I should go for broke, so I'm just going to hit that and see what happens. If I can DG it, then I might try to overrun, and then I'm potentially set up to regular barrage this, maybe attack it, I don't know, and probably finish off this stack here, which has a unit that is in some trouble being DG'd. The other thing is he's having supply trouble, so he's running low on supply stocks, and this is my opportunity to try to DG and knock guys out. He's not going to have enough supply to go around, and basically I can knock this out, knock this back, maybe knock this back, punch here. I've kind of pushed the line back a good ways, and then combined with the breakthrough here that's potentially happening, he's either going to have to contest me harshly or pull back, and that's going to buy me time. And that'll feel like, for the amount of time that we're playing this game, that will feel like something of a operational victory for me, and I'll feel pretty good about my first swing at Tunisia. So that's the idea. When Justin gets back, I'll try to play through as much of that as I can. If for some reason, I can't get that to work, I may get somebody to play, kind of be present for his allied half of all the responses and operations. The thing that's interesting about this is he doesn't have much in the way of reserve markers down right now. And I've fighter swept his planes, so I kind of have free reign right now to try to wrap him up a little bit and just put him on the back foot and hold out for a little while longer. So it's definitely been interesting, with the Axis on like a strategic defense. If I can if all I have to do is keep him tied up. So a lot of it has become, he attacks if things don't go well for him, and I can counterpunch and knock him down a little bit. I try to do that, active defense, but still pretty conservative. So far that's worked out, but I've also, as he was happy to show, knocked out a fair number of the 10th Panzer. I've knocked out some of his units as well. So we'll see how things end up.